श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। देवीं वाचमजनयन्त देवाः तां विश्वरूपाः पशवो वदन्ति सा नो मन्द्रे शमोर्जन्दुहाना धेनुर्वागस्मानुपदुष्पतयतु देवस्य त्वादपितुः प्रसवेश्विनोर्बाहुभ्याम् पूष्णोहस्ताभ्याम् अश्विनोर्भैषज्येन तेजसे ब्रह्मवर्चसायाभिषिञ्चामि देवस्य त्वासवितुः प्रसवे अश्विनोर्बाहुभ्याम् पूष्णोहस्ताभ्यां सरस्वत्यै भैषज्येन वीर्यायान्नाद्यायाभिषिञ्चामि देवस्य त्वासवितुः प्रसवे अश्विनोर्बाहुभ्याम् पूष्णोहस्ताभ्याम् इन्द्रस्येन्द्रियेण श्रियै यशसे बलायाभिषिञ्चामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं यजामहे त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं त्र्यम्बकमिति त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनं सुगन्धिं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनं सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् सुगन्धिमिति सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनमिति पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिवेवोर्वारुकमुर्वारुक इव बन्धनादिवेवोर्वारुकमुर्वारुक इव बन्धनादिवेव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्बन्धनात् इवेव बन्धनान् मृत्योः बन्धनान् मृत्योर्बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीय मृत्योर्बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीय मृत्योर्मुक्षीय दधति पूर्वदिग्भागे इन्द्रो देवता इन्द्रप्रसादात् राज्याभिवर्धनमश्नुते तेन प्राचीन् दिशं जयति तन्दक्षिणा परिवहन्ति दक्षिणदिग्भागे धर्मराजो देवता धर्मराजप्रसादात् आयुष्याभिवर्धनमश्नुते तेन दक्षिणान् दिशं जयति तं प्रत्यञ्चमावर्धयन्ति प्रतीची दिग्भागे वरुणो देवता वरुणप्रसादात् पुत्रपौत्राभिवर्धनमश्नुते तेन प्रतीचीं दिशं जयति तमुदीतिष्ठन्त्युपावहरन्त्युदीति दिग्भागे कुबेरो देवता कुबेरप्रसादात् धनधान्याभिवर्धनमश्नुते सर्वदिग्भागे ब्रह्मा देवता ब्राह्मणप्रसादात् शत्रुक्षयं मित्रोच्चयमश्नुते सोमेन राज्ञा सर्वा दिशो जयति एवं वेद वर्धन्तु त्वासुष्टुतयो गिरो मे यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः रोचनो रोचमानः श्रभनः कल्याणः शतमानं श्रीर्भवत्यस्तमायुष्यमारोग्यमावीदा क्षोभामां महीयते धान्यं धन शुभिकेशिर आरोह शोभयन्ती मुखं मम मुखगो हि मम शोभय भूयागो सञ्चकरं कुरु यामाहरज्जमदग्निश्रद्धायै कामायान्मे इमां तामपि न हेऽहं भगेन सह वर्चसा दीर्घायुष्याभिवृद्धिद्वारा सकलश्रेयोभिवृद्धिरस्तु.
Thank you, please. All right, congratulations, Ranga and Indira garu. Great occasion. Fantastic.
Can you guys guess which one is which? I won't tell if she doesn't tell. Okay, well, good evening, family and friends. Thank you so much for joining us tonight to celebrate two milestones. As Uncle mentioned, first is our dad's 80th birthday, and then the second is the 60th wedding anniversary. So let's begin with our dad. In 1967, this will be short, I promise, okay? In 1967, he came to this country to study structural engineering at the University of Wisconsin. Since then, he's built more than just a career. He's built a life defined by hard work, integrity, and generosity. The business he started didn't just support our family, it created many opportunities along the way. He's always believed that wealth is found in the ability to give, and he spent a lifetime proving it through his charitable work and countless quiet acts of kindness. He's made a real difference in people's lives and left a deep impact in his village, Gansala. There's a quote by Gandhi that always reminds me of him. It's the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And he lives this truth every day. He's taught us that compassion and empathy aren't just words, they're how you live. And that success isn't just about how far you go, but how many people you bring along the way. Since stepping away from the corporate world, I've had the privilege of working beside him. And every day I witness this, how he treats his team, the way he leads with his heart, and the way he quietly shows up for his people when it matters most. He's a man who lives with purpose and leads with kindness. And tonight we celebrate all that he is and everything he's built with love, gratitude, and deep admiration. Happy birthday, Dad. We love you. We're proud to be your family. So wonderful and appreciated to see so many family members and close friends here to celebrate two very special occasions. Pallavi spoke about our dad's 80th birthday, and I'd like to say a few words about their upcoming 60th wedding anniversary. When we started planning this party, the biggest obstacle wasn't the short notice of finding hotels or a nice venue. It was them. They do not like to be the center of attention for any reason. In fact, I know it was killing them to sit on that sofa for 10 minutes that they were up there. So I'm thankful you all are here and we were able to make this happen. So let's say a few words about 60 years and about their marriage. Like many Indian marriages of their generation, theirs was arranged. They met and married on the same day. Every anniversary day, my dad reminisces about seeing my mom for the first time and thinking she was the most beautiful bride he'd ever seen. He was 21 and she was
They were so young. Pallavi and I often joke that they didn't just grow old together, they grew up together. But of course, 60 years of marriage takes more than just love at first sight. Thankfully, even though they are both two very strong-willed people, they share deeply held values: a commitment to family, a belief in the power of education, and a passion for giving. Of course, they had many challenges, but they were patient, persistent, and sure, there was many of, we call them disagreements in our home, but they always grew together. Their focus was always on what truly mattered: having a close-knit family, helping others when they could, and paving the way for the next generation. They also lived very modestly, sometimes because they had to, and other times because they chose to. Even when they had enough, they lived simply so they could give more. That generosity has shaped how Pallavi and I see the world, and also how their grandchildren are growing up as well. Growing up, our home was always open to relatives and friends, people assimilating to the US just like they did many decades ago. Oftentimes, they had college students staying with them who needed a break, a place to stay during their semester break. And to this day, many of my friends who lived in their basement during clinical rotations in Cincinnati still call them Amma and Daddy, just like Pallavi and I do. Their commitment to education and giving extends way beyond just their kids and grandchildren. One of their shared dreams has always been to give back to their village back in India. For my dad, the most important part of that dream was building a school, and he did. And during those years when it was very lean, my mom, when my dad left, he left his civil engineering job in Chicago to move to Cincinnati to start his business, my mom quietly stepped in to support the family. Well, maybe not quietly, but she did it nonetheless, and we are so proud of you for doing that. She always supported our dreams and Dad's dreams to be an entrepreneur. Their marriage is a powerful example of what shared values and mutual respect and perseverance can accomplish. Congratulations, and thank you for showing us what love with a shared purpose can accomplish. We love you.
Datha's love and appreciation for education is something he has instilled in both my siblings and me. He has always pushed us to do well in school because he understands the power of education and the opportunities it can provide. With his ever-growing passion for learning, I believe one of his proudest accomplishments was building a school for his village and giving future generations the opportunity to receive an education. He believes that the worth of a person isn't for what they can accumulate for themselves, but for what they can give to others. So Datha, thank you for passing down these important lessons, and happy 80th. Thank you. And we have another very important celebration, so the 60th anniversary of Amma and Datha and their wonderful marriage. So I will pass it on to my wonderful sister to speak about that. So thank you very much.
Go ahead, Lena.
Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know, my name is Elena. I am Ranga and Indira's only granddaughter, so I am the favorite. I am honored to be speaking in front of all of you today as we celebrate Datha's 80th birthday, but also appreciate another occasion that is coming up soon, my grandparents' 60 years of marriage. My grandparents have walked through every chapter side by side, building both a life and a legacy, a large family filled with love and commitment. One thing I have come to notice is that their love appears in small interactions. My grandfather drives her to every appointment, and he always prefers her cooking as an expression of her care. They are a powerful testament to what love means, to care for someone deeply every single day. Happy early 60th anniversary, Amma and Datha. We love you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ryan. I am the youngest grandson of Tata. Like my brother and sister before me said, we are celebrating two huge milestones, not only his 80th birthday, which is a huge milestone in itself, but their 60th anniversary. Sorry, 60 years of a beautiful marriage with my own. That's a lifetime of memories, generosity, and love. And I have been lucky enough to grow up surrounded by both. Amuma has always been loving and the heart of our family. She also is the reason why I had 80 mysterious sick days every year of elementary school, so that she could spoil me with snacks and unlimited cartoons. And I'm grateful, not just for the food and the cartoons, but for that kind of love that made me feel safe and treasured. And Tata, he's been one of the greatest role models of my life. What I've learned from him goes beyond school or work. It's the way he carries himself with confidence and strength. How he built a life of business and charitable causes from the ground up, never rushing and never cutting corners. He showed me that success isn't just about ambition. It's about consistency, humility, and never giving up, even when no one is watching. Watching him, I've learned that legacy isn't about what you own, it's about who you lift up along the way and the lives you can impact along your journey. Tata and Amuma, thank you for showing me what love, dedication, and generosity can lead to. Happy 60th anniversary and happy 80th birthday, Tata.
Wow, what a great performance. Please give her another round of applause. Thank you, Shreya.
I want to wish you a very happy, special birthday and many, many more. And the second one is Ranga Garu and Indira Garu celebrating 60th wedding anniversary. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations and many, many more. Check. నిన్నలేని అందమేదో నిదురలేచెదెందుకో నిదురలేచెదెందుకో తెలియరాని రాగమేదో తీగ సాగెనెందుకో తీగ సాగెనెందుకో నాలో నిన్నలేని అందమేదో నిదురలేచెదెందుకో నిదురలేచెదెందుకో పూచిన ప్రతి కరువొక వధువు పువ్వు పువ్వున పొంగెను మధువు ఇన్నాళ్ళీ శోభలన్నీ ఎసట దాగెనో నిన్నలేని అందమేదో నిదురలేచెదెందుకో నిదురలేచెదెందుకో తెలినురుగులే నవ్వులు కాగా సెలయేరులు పులుకుతరాగా కనిపించని వీణలేవో కదలి మ్రోగెనే నిన్నలేని అందమేదో నిదురలేచెదెందుకో నిదురలేచెదెందుకో పసిడి అంచుపై జారా పసిడి అంచుపై జారా పయనించే మేఘమాల అరుణ కాంతి సోకగాని పరవశించెనే నిన్నలేని అందమేదో నిదురలేచెదెందుకో నిదురలేచెదెందుకో
Okay, next I'd like to welcome.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here to celebrate my brother Ranga Babu's special birthday. It's not easy for me to give a speech on about my brother, with whom I'm associated with all my life. I'll try try to cover some important aspects of his life in a limited time. There are a lot more speakers to come. My brother Ranga has fulfilled the role of a big brother to his entire family as best as anyone can do, provided the services of a quasi-government for the entire village through his trust, and was a role model for the communities he lived in, USA, Chicago, and Cincinnati. He led by example and was instrumental in shaping the careers of his entire family. To mention a few of his services to the village, he planned, funded, and executed irrigation projects like check dam, drinking water project, provided access to elementary school systems and in underprivileged areas of the village by building new elementary schools around the village, and enhanced the capacity of the high school by building a second floor on the current high school building. He also implements welfare schemes as to the poor and needy people of the village. He accomplished all this with the help of selfless team in our village. Now on to the sharing some childhood experiences. From his childhood, he was influenced by Mahatma Gandhi and Pandit Nehru, and was reading biographies as a teenager. When he was 7 years old, he was playing in front of the village radio speaker. That speaker was near the Gandhi statue, and announcing that it was going to rain heavily that day, and everyone should stay home. He ran home and told everybody that Gandhi Tata told him as it was going to rain that day. He assumed that Gandhi Tata was speaking through the speaker. My brother joined high school directly into 7th grade. He was barely 9 years old and literally did not know ABCs as his private teacher is not familiar with English. One day he brought home his quarterly exam results, and my father asked him, "How did you do?" He did not answer that. Instead he said, "Oh, my cousin brother Anjaneya Sitaram scored 7 out of 100. My father again asked him, "What did you do?" He still did not answer. He said, "I scored 4 more than my brother." My father did not say anything. This is my inference from that. I'm happy that you did score into double digits. Keep on improving. And so he did. And every year he improved. By the end of the high school, he graduated the top of his school. And he finished high school and went to college, and he did very well there. And he was held back going into the professional engineering college because of his being underage. And so I had a chance to be his roommate in my PUC while he was in BSc. And his presence and his ability to answer any of my questions gave me enough confidence not to seek any additional private tuitions. A lot of credit goes to you. You have asked me a few times, and I told you, a lot of credit goes to you. Anyway, the story of my brother is not complete without mentioning my sister-in-law. I didn't know about the 60th anniversary, but I just wrote it down anyway. This is the first time I'm learning about it. So they got married at an early age. My sister-in-law was a teenager at the time of her marriage. For the 60 years, she not only has taken care of my brother, but also played a key role in helping my brother take care of his family until they are settled. On behalf of the family, I'd like to thank my brother and sister-in-law for all their help. Brother, as you celebrate your special birthday, I wish you continued good health and happiness. Thank you all.
to high school, they were gone to colleges, so I didn't know much about their high school days. The only thing I knew, my grandmother used to say this. Ranga, when he was a little kid, he used to go to this Gandhiji statue, which is located in the middle of the village. He used to go there very frequently. And some days he would run home and tell my grandmother, Gandhiji told him to go home fast because rain is coming. So I'm not sure how much he knew about Gandhiji at that time, but in his life, he became a true Gandhian. When I was in high school, there were some older generation teachers. They used to tell me how great my brothers were. The problem was that wasn't a compliment to me. And they were telling me, what's wrong with you? On the serious side, throughout my life, he provided a path for me. He was a father figure in the earlier days, and later on he became probably the best friend. And of course, he has been my big brother all my life. There were some crucial periods in my life, and he played a critical role during those times. One of those was pre-university course. In those days, it's equivalent to intermediate nowadays. But it was so critical. If you don't get good grades, you're not going to go anywhere. I was able to go to Loyola College because of him. With my grades, I would be lucky to go to any college. So because of his relationship with one of the wardens, I was able to go there. But that was the starting point. During that year, every week, I used to get a couple of letters from my family. And a lot of them were from Ranga. Basically, they were encouraging me, work hard and keep the focus and at least pass through the exams. So those letters, they helped me a lot, keep my focus, and I ended up going to engineering. And thanks to my second brother, he filled out all the applications for the college, engineering schools. And actually, I went to school with this guy, engineering school. He was 2 years senior to me. The other period in my life was, we finished engineering, I went to Vizag for doing masters. One day, my third brother, he was living in Kakinada at that time. He called me and said, my father, one of my maternal uncles, and one of my cousin brothers, all three of them, they were coming to Kakinada, and why don't you come down? So they came down and they were sitting with me for maybe less than 5 minutes. And they told me, came to India for the weddings of my brothers, he was with me for probably an hour talking about marriage and Uma Devi. And he felt she would be the perfect one. And like I said, he was my fatherly figure. What could I say? So we kind of both agreed on that. And then I think he wrote one or two letters to my Uma's father, who is also my maternal uncle. So he played a role in that. And probably another crucial moment in my life was I was working with Raghuram and GE. I quit GE to go and join Uma Devi in Detroit. So I was doing some temporary consulting jobs. So one day Ranga and I called and said that there is a company called Speedy Muffler King. And they're trying to open a couple of shops. Why don't you sign up for one of them? Because he knew that company, which is a sister company of Corex, which is his franchisor. Next 25 plus years, that's what I have done. So if you look at it, that covers my life. And basically I wanted to give a flavor of his role in my life. Without this family, my parents and my brothers and sister, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be here. All the scholarships, thousands of them, and the pensions to older generation, school buildings, Czech Dam, and you have done so many other things. And you made a lot of people's lives better. And you did all expecting nothing in return. You have a wonderful heart. There is a very simple and powerful definition of successful life. It is, were people happy that you lived among them? You fit perfectly into that definition. You had a very, very successful life. If I have to use one word for me, I couldn't find a true translation of this thing in Telugu. You are a pujaniyudu for me. Thank you for everything you have done for my life. Happy birthday.
Hello, check. This is a special song, Andy, for Ranga Babu and Indira. I hope you like it. Mallil poose vennela kaase ide aiga mallil poose vennela kaase ide aiga mallil poose vennela kaase ide aiga mavagalu ముసి ముసి నవ్వులలో గుసగుసలాడినవే నా తొలి మోజులే నీ విరజాజులై ముసి ముసి నవ్వులలో గుసగుసలాడినవే నా తొలి మోజులే నీ విరజాజులై మిస మిస వన్నెలలో మిల మిల మన్నవిలే నీ బిగి కౌగిలిలో చావిలి రాత్రులే కాటుకలంటుకున్న కౌగిలింతలెంత వింతలే మనసులు పాడే మంతనమాడే ఈ పూట జంటగా మమతలు వేగ పెనవేయి నన్ను తీయగా మల్లెలు పూసే వెన్నెల కాసే ఈ రేయి హాయిగా తొలకరి కోరికలే తొందర చేసినవే ఈ విరిసెయ్యకే ఆవిరి తీరగా తొలకరి కోరికలే తొందర చేసినవే ఈ విరిసెయ్యకే ఆవిరి తీరగా సొగసరి కానుకలే సొదపెడుతున్నవియే ఏ తెర చాటునో ఆ చెర వీడగా అందిన పందులోని అందలేని విందులీయవే కలలిక పండే కలయిక నేనే కావాలి వేయిగా మమతలు వేయిక పెనవేయి నన్ను తీయగా మల్లెలు పూసే వెన్నెల కాసే ఈ రేయి హాయిగా మమతలు వేయిక పెనవేయి నన్ను తీయగా మల్లెలు పూసే వెన్నెల కాసే ఈ రేయి హాయిగా. Thank you.
And I'm Anushka. We want to thank you guys again for having us out to perform for you. Shreya and I served as co-captains for UC Dadak, a Bollywood fusion dance team located at the University of Cincinnati. We served during our 16th year and are excited to go into our 17th. We're one of the oldest teams in the Desi Dance Network circuit, and we perform in various styles such as Kuthu, B-Net, Bollywood, Bhangra, hip-hop, and jazz. So we perform a bunch of different South Asian styles and Western styles. Our performances and our competition season are not possible without donations, so if you feel so inclined, please feel free to scan the QR code that takes us straight to our GoFundMe page, where you'll be able to learn more about our organization. If you would like, you can search us up on Instagram as well at UC_DHADAK. Thank you guys and have a great rest of your night. Thank you.
Namaskaram. It's always good to be back in Cincinnati among familiar faces and friends. But it's even more, I'm even more happier today to be at this occasion that I have complete respect and affection without any reservations at all. Sri Ranganath Babu garu. I still remember the first time I met him. This was about in 1980 July. I just came to the country. It was my first weekend in the country, where we were invited to a dinner at Sri Tirupati house. He's a former Thana president for some of you who may know him. And Ranganath Babu garu was sitting next to me, and learning that I just came from Puttur Middle College, he asked me if I knew his cousin Ranga Babu. And of course I know Ranga Babu very well. And so we talked for a while. And about 2-3 days later, I wrote a letter to my friend one of my friends in India. And I still remember what I said on that day. I met Ranga Babu's cousin. He looks very aristocratic, distinguished, charming gentleman. Okay, and I'll continue with the description. I'll take out the aristocratic part. He's still distinguished and charming and a gentleman. Okay. So, Ranganath Babu garu left Chicago actually in the same month I came to Chicago. So, even though I have met him several times as he visited Chicago, I and Aruna really came to know Ranganath Babu garu and Indira garu once we moved to Dayton. And then as Raghuram garu said, we worked very closely with him and during the Cincinnati Thana conference, at which time I really had an opportunity to observe how well he dealt with people and how he was able to coordinate the various elements without ever offending anybody and taking everybody's input, which is a quality of a true leader. Okay. So Ranganath Babu garu, there are many G adjectives people have used, but I have many non-G adjectives also that I want to use. He is very, his integrity is impeccable. He is very sincere, thoughtful, considerate, compassionate, affectionate. He is a personification of humbleness and humility. At the same time, he is very charming. Okay. And more importantly, his curiosity has never died. Even to the day, he still, as one of the, I think it was Ryan who said, he still wants to learn, and he still is trying to find out things from very different people, and he has really no inhibitions about learning, and that's a great quality. Okay. And I also want to take this occasion, I'm going to read a note I have written 4 years ago to nominate him for Thana's highest award for community service, the Kuttikonda Ravindranath Service Award. And this is what I wrote at the time. Some of this may be a little bit redundant in what, repetitive of what other people have said before me, but let me go ahead and read it anyway. Okay. All right. It's going to be a little different. So, this is what I wrote at that time. Sri Ranganath Babu, a native of Ghantasala and an engineer trained in IIT Kharagpur, is one of the early Telugu immigrants to the United States. After a decade of working in Chicago, he moved to Cincinnati. Tana ఇందాక చెప్పినట్లుగా తానా వ్యవస్థాపకుల్లో ఒకరు శ్రీ గుత్తికొండ రవీంద్రనాథ్ గారు. ఆయన పేర తానా ఒక కమ్యూనిటీ సర్వీస్ అవార్డుని 2 ఏళ్లకు ఒకసారి ఇస్తుంది. అది తానా ఇచ్చే అవార్డ్స్ అన్నింటిలోకి కూడా ఇది చాలా ప్రెస్టీజియస్ అవార్డు కింద లెక్క వేయబడుతుంది అనమాట. దీన్ని 2 ఏళ్ల క్రితం శ్రీ రంగనాథ బాబు గారికి ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. యాక్చువల్గా నా అదృష్టం ఏమిటంటే ఆ రోజున రంగనాథ బాబు గారు ఇండియాలో ఉండటం చేత ఆయన అవార్డుని ఆయన పేరు నేను అందుకున్నాను. అది నాకు ఐ కన్సిడర్ ఇట్ as an honor that he has given me. Thank you, Andy. So we have one other video, a short video that kind of was shown at the time of the Tana conference.
Thank you, Dr. Chappala.
Tana gives one unique award for outstanding contributions in service of Telugu community. This award is called Tana Guttikonda Ravindranath Award for service to Telugu community. This year, this award is given to Sri Ranga Babu Goripati for outstanding contributions in service of Telugu community in USA and in India.
శ్రీ గొర్రెపాటి రంగనాథ బాబు గారు స్వదేశంలోని తమ ఘంటసాల గ్రామాభివృద్ధిపై దృష్టి సారించడం విశేషం. తమ జనని జనకులైన గుట్టిపాటి వెంకటరాయులు ఉదయ భాస్కరమ్మల పేరిట ట్రస్టును నెలకొల్పి అనేక సేవా కార్యక్రమాలను ఆయన చేపట్టారు. తాగునీటి వసతులు కల్పించారు, రోడ్లు వేయించారు, పాఠశాల భవనాలు నిర్మించి ఉపకార వేతనాలతో విద్య వ్యాప్తిని ప్రోత్సహించారు. బౌద్ధ ధర్మంపై విశేషమైన భక్తి శ్రద్ధలతో రంగనాథ బాబు గారు అక్కడ క్షేత్ర నిర్మాణం కోసం 2 ఎకరాల భూమిని విరాళంగా ఇవ్వడంతో పాటు 100 అడుగుల శయన బుద్ధమూర్తి విగ్రహాన్ని ప్రతిష్ఠించేందుకు ఏర్పాట్లు చేస్తున్నారు. తల్లి లాంటి గ్రామ శ్రమతో ముఖాభివృద్ధికై రంగనాథ బాబు గారు అనేక విధాల సేవలు అందించారు. ఈ నేపథ్యంలో జన్మభూమిపై గొర్రెపాటి రంగనాథ బాబు గారి కొండంత అభిమానాన్ని తానా విశేషంగా ప్రశంసిస్తోంది. వారిని హృదయపూర్వకంగా స్వాగతిస్తూ తానా గుత్తికొండ రవీంద్రనాథ్ సామాజిక సేవా పురస్కారంతో వినమ్రంగా సత్కరిస్తోంది.
Sri Ranganath Babu is not here today. On his request, Dr. Jampal Chaudhary Garu will receive his award on the stage. We invite Jampal Chaudhary Garu to come onto the stage, please. Next awardee is Tana Presidential. Sri Ranganath Babu Garu is in India and he very much regrets that he cannot be here, and he thanks with all his heart the Tana organization and Tana Foundation as well as all the volunteers and donors that supported his projects over time. Thank you.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. This idea of 80th birthday, 3 years ago, we had a get-together after COVID. After the function, Raghuram said, we should have next year or every year, whoever crosses 80, we have to honor them. And we missed it because of sickness in the families or something, we missed it. And suddenly, I became 80 years old. So it started as 80 years old. Indira is a little bit grouchy. Why do you want birthday at this age? So my kids combined it with 60th marriage anniversary. She cooled down after that.
must be in the genes, you know. Meaning that her mother has that temperament. So, and she has verbal capacity, tapo. So number of words. So she knows certain words. So I get annoyed. So one of my daughters said, when she loses temper, just don't respond. Luckily for me, after 15 minutes, she acts as though nothing has happened. So that's the secret for us. It might work out for a lot of people. Thank you very much for all of you for taking this time. I know you're all busy and taking this time is not easy. We were wondering, you know, whether we should subject you to all this trouble, but our kids push it anyway. Pallavi and Madhavi, they are the ones who are pushing for this, and initially it was supposed to be just a birthday at home like normal, and then the thought came, why not we have meet and greet for the Cincinnati Friends, and then why not we invite our cousins, you know. So Krishna Kumari, our Patvardhan's wife, coordinated all the cousins. They all came. We are very thankful that you all came here. A lot of cousins and friends came from all over. California, Washington DC, Ottawa, Canada. Ottawa, Canada is a story where she started her journey at 4 a.m. and she ended up at 4 p.m. here because she had to go to Chicago and the flight got delayed and came. It was painful to do all this. But thank you, all of you, from the bottom of our heart. Thank you. I want to thank the organizers of this event. I want to thank Raghuram. You know, all these people, just when I called this, they didn't even wait for a second. Yes, we'll do it. Raghuram, Srinivas Karnam, who is doing all these technology things, and Dr. Rajshekhar Lakrazu. He's a cardiologist, busy man, but he said he will sing as many songs you want. And of course, Pallavi and Madhavi, they are, Rajendra Kulli, he helped me in getting the food caterer, and thank you, Rajendra. Pallavi and Madhavi, of course, Pallavi and Madhavi, they have been coordinating all the things. In fact, I didn't have to do anything in this whole process. Thank you, Pallavi and Madhavi. Thanks to Steve, the manager here in the Savannah Center. He is very friendly and very useful in arranging a lot of things and very flexible. Thanks to Purnima, she's, I don't know where she is, but she did this colorful decorations for us. Thank you, Purnima. Godavari much modern man in his time, and in 1910, in his speech, he dedicated 2 pages to encourage people to get education. He gave statistics of all of India, all of Andhra Pradesh, how many people are there, how many people are getting educated, how many people are men, why only men, why they're not giving education to the girls. 2 pages on that one. And all the extended family elders showed the path. He encouraged us to have education, I think his kids, and the uncles, my 3 manamas, they were very affectionate, very loving people. So the whole family wanted to put everything into education. And I think a few years ago in Patwardhan's daughter's wedding, my sister-in-law counted 267 cousins that came to the wedding. So that's the extended family, why there are so many of them here. And also just a little bit older than me, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. 2 of them showed the path to people like me. The older one is Dr. Kode Ranganath Babu, and he worked as a principal in engineering college, SV College. He's not here. And Dr. M.A.J. Rao, he's here. Can you help me from that? He was a great manager of big industries. He was awarded at least 20 years ago as manager of heavy industries for all of South India. We look up to you as a great manager. He was known to be a very honest manager, and we thank you for your guidance. And about my siblings, I think Patwardhan and Surendra gave a little bit more than I deserve. They are capable of doing their own things. They did excellent in their own fields. Patwardhan got an award in Lucent. He got a special room there for his award. And then Surendra has done well. In Surendra's case, it was the beginning of my business career in Cincinnati. We were living in a rented townhouse. He's living in a townhouse. And his wife, Amadevi, she was an MA in English from India. She decided to become a doctor. So he was working and he sent her to medical school, and he was taking care of the Uday. They were living next to me in the townhouse. So that's they did it themselves. They did wonderful things. And one of our friend's wife, Dr. Kamala Tumala, wrote a letter to us when my younger brother Navani Krishna passed away. He said she's the daughter-in-law of Ghansala. Her husband, Sivaram Prasad, is Ghansala. He came from Ghansala. She wrote a little note that you guys are brothers. You got into business together. More than anything else, you are the best friends to each other. That describes our relationship. This is Dr. Kamala's note, and I agree with her note completely. And we, as brothers, we talk to each other all the time, almost 3-4 times a week, if not more. And we miss Madhav, our brother-in-law. We miss Navani Krishna. I wish they were here to have a nice time. Next, about my own immediate family of Indira, kid
kids and grandkids. I told already about Indira. She was a beautiful lady. I didn't see her before marriage. So I saw her on the day of the marriage. People ask, he's looking at me. It happens, sir. So she traveled with me on ups and downs. When I needed money for the Indian business at one time, I ran out of money at that time. And she took the maximum money she can take from the 401k, which is, they would allow you 50,000. She did that for me. And also whenever I'm down on business, she was there comforting me. She never nagged me to say that why did you get into this business? She would try to help me on that. Thank you, Indira. Pallavi and Madhavi, you have been wonderful. You are taking care of your things very well. They are brought up in such a way that when I give a little money to them, Madhavi asks, is it okay? Are you comfortable giving this money? Even if it is small money, she would say, are you comfortable with it? She didn't know what I was doing. So you and the grandkids, we love the grandkids and the families, both Ram and Eric. Thank you all. And you are our legacy, by the way. Last few days, Krishna Prasad from Detroit, he called me 3 times to say that there will be youngsters in the audience. Tell us something, they might take one idea, maybe that will help. Even if out of the 100 people, one person gets benefit, please say it. And I was not ready, but I'll tell you what worked for me. By the way, I forgot to tell you that, I will tell later. My first thing in business or in personal life is integrity. Truth. Truth is God. So, when I was 15, I went to an excursion of all India for 30 days, along with a father called Miranda. So we happened to stop by at Ahmedabad, ashram, Gandhiji's ashram, and I bought his autobiography. I think the title is My Experiments with Truth. I think, correct me if I'm a little bit off, but I got a couple of things from him. One is truth. I don't follow all the things Gandhiji said. For example, ahimsa, I don't know how it works in times of war. People argue about it, but it's good for interpersonal behavior. Second thing is have good friends. If you help a good friend, he'll come back tenfold. It happened to me a number of times. I can tell that Lakshmi Raju, is she here? Yeah. Maybe 15 years ago or so, 15 years ago, Surendra and his friend Raju, they have been classmates since pre-university, Layla, and then Kakinada, and then Vizag, and then Iowa. They're all together all the time. They both came and they returned the favor by giving tenfold of that money. Same thing happened with a very good man in India. He was a very honest IAS officer. I happen to know him. And after some time, I was talking to him and he said, he borrowed some money from the bank. And the bank was giving him legal notices, what to do. Again, I didn't have the money. So I said to him, all I have is one piece of land in Kaveri Hills. I will sell it and give it to you. So immediately we found a realtor, we sold it. And I gave him 4 crores at that time. Again, 15 years ago maybe. He returned the favor a year later by giving a little bit of land to me. It is worth 40 crores today. Good people. Deal with good people, good things happen. And I can tell you another thing for the youngsters is aim high. I mean, this word for me, aim high. Have good friends, read a lot of good books. If you are going to business, read a lot of good business books. You can learn from one idea from a book. So whenever I was going to India, I was buying a lot of books on the airports. But sometimes I might just only flip through one time. But I have a whole library of business books in my home. And sometimes I duplicate the books. I buy a second book and I put it in my home in Hyderabad also. So read good books. Third one I would say is give back to society. If there is no society, we can't serve anybody, we can't make any money. So, for example, we are in an island, there are no people, we can't make any money there. We can't serve anybody. So, we are in a society. We did well there. Give a little bit of what you have to society. Give back to society. And I want to thank a lot of the people that helped me in that give back situation. Especially I want to acknowledge some people from Kansala that helped. I can't find any more honest people than I found in Kansala. The people that take care of the trust there. By the way, first one who was in charge of the trust was Mulpuri Venkatrao father. Channarao. He's no more now, but he was hesitant to take up the job. He was headmaster of our school at that time. And I think in the video said I gave 1 lakh to the school, but that was actually $10,000 I gave at that time. But dollar was only 10 rupees at that time. I took him to our bedroom in the home, and he said, Babu, I committed to people in the nearby village, they Wakalagada. So I planned to go there. Then I said, I'm not doing this trust. If you are here, I will do this. Then he agreed and he stayed back. He continued for a few years. He gave the trust back to, he suggested Chandramaru. He has been a friend of mine. This gentleman carried the trust for the last 20-25 years. You can find even 1 in 1,000 people like this. They're so honest. I never had to worry about money. Chandrambar also passed away a year ago. I never asked him the money that he was getting from our fields there. He kept depositing in the CDs. My brothers never questioned me also how much money is there in Gansala. And just a few days before he died, he handed over me all the CDs and the transfer of funds, not transfer, signatures somebody else, and so you can't find such a good man. Now it's being handled by Gauripati Ramakrishna, who worked as Jilla Parishad Vice Chairman some years ago. Very honest people. And the other person that is helping him in the buildings and all that is Kondapalli Ramakrishna. And the other people that worked were Golapalli Subbarao Garu and then Gauripati Leela Krishna Garu. Well, I'm thankful to all of them. The award that we got at the Thana function belongs to all the people that worked in Thana function in 1999. Many of them are here, I think. All the people that work there, if I can ask, can you stand up, please? If you don't mind, please. Thank you. The award belongs to you all. You are the ones who did all the work, and I think as Raghuram said, if there was an argument in a committee or something, you come to me and I smile at it, so anything will go away. The argument goes away. So they worked very hard, and also I have to especially appreciate Jampala Chaudhary Garu. He was the one. I didn't know anything about organizing a function like that with a few thousand people coming there. Before that, I had to thank Chalasani Mallikarjun Rao. Again, he is no more. He is the president of Thana at that time. He insisted that you do the function. Then Jampal Chaudhary Garu, I sat with him. He is the one who told me how many committee chairpersons should be there. He came up with 25 chairpersons for each committees. I didn't know the structure of the organization before getting into it, and all of them worked wonderfully. And the award belongs to the group that worked in Cincinnati and the group that is doing work in Kansala. Thank you for the patience. Thank you, and have a good time. Have a good day. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ranga Garu. What a great speech. All right, are you all ready? Dinner is ready, and before you go, they have 2 tables, identical items.